Hi guys, so we have a beautiful day today. It's nice and sunny and it's actually kind of nice outside. Perfect day to be planting some tulips. If you remember right, I had in this bed a whole bunch of zinnias and they've of course gone by now and I've pulled them all up. But before I planted my zinnias this last spring, I had a whole bunch of tulips in here and I was hoping that I could let them die back and that they would come back next spring and I would have them for cut flowers. Well, when I pulled up the zinnias, I dug around in there and I can't find any bulbs. So they either rotted or they're way down and I just can't find them. Anyway, I want to make sure that I do have some tulips so that I can cut them in the spring. So what I did was I went to Lowe's actually and I bought a whole bunch of tulip bulbs to plant in here. I already placed a whole order for tulips and other spring flowers, which is going to be coming in and I'm going to be planting those. But I don't want them for in here, I want them for up front, and so I don't want to cut those, but these I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and I'm going to put all the tulips in here that I bought, and then we can have them for the spring. To get the bed ready, I'm just going to put bone meal in there. I have some berry tone, bulb tone for my other bulbs, but I don't think I have enough, and I can only find one bag, so I think this will be just fine in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plant all these in here. All you have to do is when you plant them, you want them to be twice the depth that the bulb is high. So we're going to plant them probably 3 to 4 inches deep. And we want them pointy side up. The roots will come out here and the flower come out at the top. So we're going to get at it. Sorry about that. It's a little windy out here and my camera fell over. Okay, so that's all done. We have 200 tulips. I'll be able to build some nice arrangements come spring, especially after a long winter because it's always nice to see flowers then. And we get these nice and early. On a side note, I want to show you something else. If you see over here, in another video I had talked about a little shelter thing that I had made. And it's right there. I just made it out of a wood. I made a frame and I covered it with plastic. And what I do is when it's going to be a hard frost, I'll put it over the plants. I also have these on each one of the things. These right here I have for a reason. I also have frost cloth that I'll use in the springtime, and then I can keep it down with those concrete blocks. But over there, if you can see, I'll bring you over there. That's the lettuce and the carrots that we planted a little while ago, and they're doing really good. And the garlic is right here, and I'll show you that too, just a second. So here's the garlic. This is that we planted not too long ago. There's Mr. Colby. He's kind of mischievous and he sometimes gets into these raised beds, but we try to keep him out of it. But anyway, that's the garlic and it's coming up real nice. Again, there's our tulip bed. And right here is our romaine lettuce and our carrots and our chives. Between the carrots and the chives, there was more lettuce right there. That didn't come up, but this one did. I think I planted another kind of lettuce, but that didn't come up either. But I did get lots of romaine, and I got some carrots. And again, there is the cover that I put over these when it gets frosty out. Okay, so the next project we're gonna do is I have some more bulbs to plant up by the potting shed, which is right up here. If you see down below that deck, there's a bed right there, a small raised bed. We're gonna plant that woodland bulb mixture in there. So we're gonna do that next. So here's the next mixture. This is a whole bunch of different types of bulbs. And there's a whole bunch in here that I can't even, I mean, I can read the tulip, daffodil, and iris, and some crocus. There's a bunch of other ones that I can't even say the name. Anyway, these are going to be planted about 3 to 6 inches deep. And again, this is a wildflower mix. And we're going to do the same thing as we did down there. All the bulbs, we're just going to plant them pointing side up, and the roots will come out the bottom. Some of these are pretty small, but those are the ones that will be planted about 3 inches. I think that one looks like a little iris. Anyway, we're going to plant these. Okay, that's it. So I've got all those bulbs planted in there. That should be a nice little mixture come springtime. They're not really gonna be good for probably cut like the tulips are, but I think they'll be real pretty in there. I'm not sure if you can see them, but I also planted all those snapdragons and violas. I planted those in there. It was full, but Mr. Colby decided to walk through it one day, and he broke a bunch of them and squished them, and the soil, like this one and down there, is very loamy. So I had just planted them, so it was real loose soil, just like I just did now. So when he stepped on it, it just crushed them. Anyway, that's the way it is. I do have some of them that are still alive and they're doing real well. The ones upstairs on the deck, those are doing fantastic and they should be flowering, so I'm kind of excited about that. Anyway, we will do a whole bunch more bulb planting coming this probably weekend. And I'll take you along for that one too. I hope you're all having a great day, and I will talk to you in the next project. Bye.